They didn't even know what the word matrix was. They tried to copyright and trademark the word matrix, Now, I got a trademark on The Matrix. The movie is called The Matrix. It's called The Terminator. I got copyrights, trademarks on that terminology. They never read the Bible. They had never read the Bible. They didn't know the word The Matrix was a 7,000-year Latin word, 7,000-year-old Latin word for the woman's womb, and that it was mentioned 5 times in the Bible, 3 times in Exodus, 2 times in Numbers. Exodus 34th chapter, 19th verse, God says, he who opens the matrix, open up this womb, or his, including the female animals, because all the female animals birth the cows, birth the baby cows. Do you see the goats, the babies? All of the female animals do the same process as the female living beings upon the earth.
Like those other folks ultimately took your work or used it.
They did not take my work. They stole the money. When you go to court, no, listen, I got to clear this up because this is rumors all over the internet and people need to be cleared of these rumors. No one can steal your car because the title is in your name. They can't steal your house. The title is in your name. They can't steal the TV because you have the receipt. Now, they can take these items and make money off of them. They can take your house and have a house party and make $1 million. They can take, your car and make some money off of it. Now, when you go to court, we're going to court not for ownership because you have to put your ownership in there to take possession of the money that's owed you. We're going in for damages. Damages, that's money. That's why anybody sue. We're not suing for owning, we're suing for money. So when you go to court, and when I went to court, I was suing for money and damages. I didn't have to prove I was the owner of the Matrix and Terminator. All I had to do was put in 96 pieces of evidence to claim the money, showing that the copyrights and the derivative movies are all mine. The FBI documentation who investigated and found out what they had done. It's when you impose on somebody's copyrights or trademark, it's counterfeiting. A lot of people don't know that. I'm here to teach law and make you prolific in law and make you understand. Forget about these rumors. I said you can't make any money on the internet with rumors. The internet is a distribution platform created for you to make money like you're doing. It's created for you to make money, not the gossip. You're not going to make any money gossiping. You're just a troll. Nobody's going to sue a troll on the internet because they don't have any money. It's a waste of time. So they can say anything they want. Like Tupac says, love me or hate me, you're still going to buy me because I'm the truth.
Come on now.
Well, it's real, very real.
What was the moment though?
Tupac knew what he was talking about.
What was the moment though that you was like, hold up, is that my work? Like
I did not go to the Terminator movies. Terminator came out October the 26th, 1984. My copyrights are May of 81, 83, and February the 6th, 84. So you see my book, published book, and copyrighted scripts, all of that was already out and people was reading it, just like Lords of the Ring book, Lords of the Ring movie, the Maze book, the Maze movie, the Gravity book, the Gravity movie. See, all these great movies and franchises come from somebody's hard work. The late J.R. Tolkien's Lords of the Ring, The Hobbit. The Hollywood go and make deals. And I don't even understand how people can even give Hollywood any credit of doing anything, because when the writers go on strike, Hollywood don't have anything.
So I looked at some of the court documents, and there was a lot of denying from James Cameron, the Wachowski brothers, of course Fox. Everybody was like denying it. They said
denying what? What were they denying?
They were denying that. Of course, they're not saying that they took from your work. They were denying that they never met you. I just saw a lot of. Based on what I was reading, everyone was just
there was no such thing as taken from my work. They adapted my work to the screen. The derivative movies belong to me. It's like I'm the mother. and I had 3 babies in the hospital, and you came in the hospital and you stole my babies. Well, the babies, I came first. The babies came second. So if my book came first and the movies came second, then you know where the movies came from. They came from me, the babies, because I'm the source.
Come on. Did you feel?
Wait a minute, wait. Yeah. I've never heard nobody on any interview say, where's their copyrights? Where's their trademarks? Where are their books? Where are their scripts? Because they don't exist. Because the moment you enter in fraud into the Library of Congress or the Copyright and Trademark Office, you're going to jail for fraud. Because under the penalty of perjury, it asks you, is this your work that you're putting it in?
That's
Is
right.
this the truth? Or are you committing fraud? Because we can prosecute you under the penalty of perjury and use you as a witness against yourself. That's why the government doesn't care if you go to the DMV and get a driving license and you put in your brother's birth certificate. You get into a car wreck, they investigate the car wreck, they're going to find out, John, you never had a driving license. That you put in your brother's birth certificate, they're going to get you for fraud and arrest you for that. That's why when they investigate, they have all these charges.
I saw there was a RICO connected to it as well. You were trying to get everybody rounded up.
Oh, I did do a RICO. Let me tell you what's going on. All they're doing is what Al Capone, John Gotti, Whitey Bulger, Bernie Madoff, all they're doing is paying to stay out of jail. All these people were racketeering for 30, 40, 50, 60 years because they're paying off politicians. They're paying off FBI directors. They're paying off people in high places, Illuminatis, mobsters. They're paying to stay out of jail. But it catches up with you later, like it caught up with Al Capone. Look, Al Capone got on the witness stand and lied, his little CPA. They said, hey, Al, you made all this money racketeering and killing people, blah, blah, blah. And his little CPA, certified public accountant, said, no, Al wasn't doing any of that. He made his money from the companies. And then the government comes back and say, well, if he made the money from the companies he had, why didn't he pay taxes? We can't get you for racketeering, but we can get you for the taxes. He got 40 years, died of syphilis the moment he got out of prison. John Gotti, they couldn't get him for a long time because he had this Jewish lawyer named Cohen. And you guys read this. Yeah. Read what I'm saying. And he was getting away. They set up that Cohen's attorney. He ended up going to jail. John Gotti had to get another attorney. They couldn't beat the JAG lawyers. Government lawyers are called JAG lawyers. They're some of the most phenomenal lawyers in the world. I learned from one of the JAG lawyers named Philip Banks. They are phenomenal. And then let's go to Whitey Bulger. His brother was a senator, and his best friend that he grew up with was a FBI director. He was getting away with all of this because of his brother, but they made his brother step down. He went on the lam, he and his girlfriend, and they caught him in Santa Monica, brought him back. He died as a snitch in prison. You see what I'm saying? Bernie Madoff's son turned him in. He was stealing millions and billions of dollars. All these millionaires and billionaires like myself was going to the FBI complaining, yet they were keeping him, these politicians was keeping him stealing till his son told on him. They claimed the son committed suicide, but that's a lie. They killed that guy because Bernie was making so much money for somebody, some syndicate, some mobster, somebody. And he got 150 years and he died there. I'm teaching you guys what's going on because you're saying, wait a minute, why James Cameron in jail? Why Gail Ann Hurd in jail? And Andy and Larry Wachowski and the Warner Brothers distributors, because they're a corporation, that's what they're protecting under a corporation. It's a totally different breed when you do something under a corporation, okay?